is Sydney Total Liberation Green.
And I'm Stephanie Cathcart.
And we are the owners of Total Lip Service, the world's first
Sex Work Academy.
Yes, and we've been in business for a little bit over a year now. I think December 6th,
2015
was our first go round in this industry, and it's really been wonderful. We have trained about 500-600 women within a year's time, and it's really a huge impact. Worldwide. And a lot of people would say, what are you talking about, Academy? Well, we started off with phone sex. It's something that me and my business partner and best friend here have been doing for years. And we started an academy to really teach women how to do it. You know, what's the mindset to have? How can you be empowered in this? How can you be a sex worker and be proud of it? We get into all of that, and it's really made an impact. We've really changed lives. We have taken women from disability to full time, being able to spend more time with their children and all that stuff. And so it's really been amazing.
And also our big vision for this site and our purpose, I think for both of us, for starting this site was to really legitimize sex work. And that's why we have the academy, and it is equipped with training, because I want sex workers to be proud. I want it to be known as a profession to be taken seriously and to be a legitimate profession. And so that is the purpose of us starting this academy in the first place. And so that's just a little bit about where we're coming from.
Well, this video is really about reaching out for just the people in the world who understand where we're coming from, to the sex workers out there, to the people who have, the clients of sex workers, to people who are just supportive of us in general, who love us, to really reach out to you guys and hear us out and really be a part of making our next big vision, the next installment, the next level of our Sex Work Academy come to life. We are going to develop and launch our very own phone sex and webcam site. Okay? And it's going to be completely different than anything that's out there right now. We have a true passion for this, and she was saying that she wants that we want the sex workers to be proud of it, but we also want them to be treated well. There are a lot of women out there who are sex workers who are proud, but yet not treated like they need to be treated. And that's one of the things that's really going to make us stand out. We're going to be one of the few, I don't even know if there's any out there, women ran phone sex companies, or even just sex work
webcam companies.
Right.
Especially in the online digital world. A lot of times, I live in a tech city, Austin. A lot of times I tell people, I'm a web developer, and people are like, but you're a woman. And whenever I say, oh, I'm in the sex work field, people say, oh, so you're like a porn star. No one looks at a woman and thinks that we're on the other side of the business. A lot of these businesses are male-ran, and a lot of these men have no idea how it feels to be a female sex worker. How it feels to be a female or a sex worker, sometimes. A lot of these men have never been in front of the camera themselves. They've never been on the phone themselves. They've never been in front of the webcam themselves. And we have. So we know where these women are coming from, which is why not only are we going to be helping these women market themselves and giving these women a safe place, but we will be equipping these women with entrepreneurship skills that they can apply to any field that they want to. We're going to be teaching these women money manifestation techniques. We're going to be teaching them how to be happy sex workers.
And how to ignite, and happy sex workers. That usually doesn't go together, right? Sex workers are usually on drugs, suicidal, high, depressed.
What people say about us.
It's when people, uneducated, not smart. They don't know how to use their brain. It's all that is really not true at all. Anyone who's taken our Phone Sex 101 course knows there's a lot of techniques and things you kind of got to learn and use your brain for in order to be a successful sex worker. We're giving a great service to the world. I mean, let's go ahead and be honest here. It's a great service to the world. I really feel like there would be a higher suicide rate if it was not for sex workers. I think loneliness would kill many a person if it was not for being able to pick up the phone and call someone, and be able to enjoy someone on webcam, or even get into the escort business. But we'll keep it, focused. But I feel like even when you get down into your more taboo fantasies, of course, with phone sex operators, we have heard it all. It's nothing we have not heard.
Yeah.
Okay, and we don't judge these people, and also we feel like the people, that guy who was plagued with the incest fantasy or the rape fantasy or whatever kind of fantasy, slave master fantasy, he has a sex positive, safe, harmless outlet to do that with.
Yeah.
And that's what we provide. And
they're not doing it to your kids.
They're not doing it to your kids. And
you're not having to hide your kids and hide your wives.
Yes. And I feel like we have done a great service throughout history. Because think about, if they didn't have that, what would they go and do? So it's time to take the shame out of it. I don't want
and
even
the guilt.
And the guilt. And our clients that come on, that are going to be calling and becoming clients of our women, they are not going to feel any kind of judgment. And even outside of that, they're gonna feel like they actually have a knowledgeable person on the other end that actually cares. It's a lot of compassion that sex workers have. A lot of times they slap that gold digger, so many negative things on a sex worker, as if she doesn't have a heart, as if she's not a person.
When she deals with people that most people in this world don't want to deal with, and that end up turning into those people that shoot up schools or shoot up theaters, and she's the one who's making that person feel loved so that he doesn't have to do that. He or she doesn't have to do that.
Absolutely.
And so a lot of people forget that. I was talking to my friend a couple days ago who's a vet, and I was talking about how a lot of people see vets and they look at them negatively, and they don't give them credit for the dirt that they've cleaned up around the world and the safe place that they've made for us. And it's kind of the same thing that goes with sex workers. People want us to clean up the dirt. They want us to keep the rapists off the streets. They want us to keep the pedophiles away. The ones who, might have some type of PTSD and have these kind of ravage or robbery or kidnapping fantasies. And they want us to keep them off the streets and keep them occupied, however, shame and guilt us for it.
And also shame and guilt, the person coming to it too. Now, I'm not trying to say that sex workers and the clientele get the same amount of backlash, but it's still shame in that too. I feel like
for getting help. It's like shaming someone for going to the doctor.
That's literally what we are. Marvin Gaye was not wrong when he said sexual healing. That is exactly what it is. And so I feel like that is these are the things we're going to be really thinking about when we are developing our phone sex and webcam site. It's not just limited to women either. We want to put that out there. I know we're saying women because it's just out of habit, but in all honesty, we're going to be opening that up to everyone for different genres and things like that. And I really feel like we need your voice.
And when we say women, I do mean trans women as well. I do believe that you ladies are women. So.
Oh, absolutely. And people love you, and lots of money for you in this industry.
Lots of money for you, girl.
Lots of money for that too. So the reason why we're reaching out for your assistance is because this is going to really change and shake the world, what we're doing here. There's a lot of things we can't get into here, but just know that this is going to be something you are going to be so proud that you were a part of bringing into fruition. Helping women become happy, helping all of these, and let's also get
women who deserve to be happy. Because one thing that Sydney and I have mastered as sex workers is becoming not only deliberate creators, but happy sex workers. And so many sex workers make people happy around the world on a daily basis, and they spend their life 8 hours a day making people happy. And these women deserve to be happy. Regardless of how you feel about the industry, regardless of your religious views on sex or whatever, I think that we could say that someone who spends their days making people happy deserves to be happy.
Too.
That everyone deserves to be happy. And everyone deserves to feel welcome and safe. And I want to provide a safe place. Because I know a lot of you are thinking, well, what's going to be the difference between your site and the sites that are already out there? The sites that are already out there don't have a community. Anyone can work on there. You just work on there, set up a thing, the people collect your percentage, but have no idea who you are as a person. And so ours will be a lot different. There's going to be a very intensive training, which is what a lot of these funds are going to. It's going to be training these women, teaching them the skills so they won't be out there scavenging. And they'll know the skills and they'll know how to bring in a lot of money, happy money. And we also are going to teach them how to be entrepreneurs, how to market themselves online. I'll be coming out with coding classes soon, website building soon, things like that. To really help these women feel like empowered, self-employed women, entrepreneurs.
And the beautiful thing about this is something that one of the main things I get from women that we have trained is that they always want to do something like this. They just didn't know how. And then some of the companies that they work with were very demeaning. And I'm not. And this is not nothing that no video we would ever make would be bashing men or anything like that, but it's just a different flavor that's going to come from us. We've worked on sites, we have been treated like just not treated well by the owners of the company. You know, you're just a number to them. Honestly, they don't care if you stay to go. I remember I remember the movie Showgirl. We're in Vegas now. I remember the movie Showgirls, and he was like, I don't care if you live or you die, as long as you dance. That kind of mentality, you know, and we're not going to be doing anything with that. It's going to be a very close knit. It's going to be definitely quality over quantity on this site. So
when we say quality, we're not talking about the girl's skills or her looks, but really building these women from the inside out. Really building these women as people, women and men, you know, as people, as capable, happy people, human beings. Yes. Treating them the same way that doctors get treated when they come to work. Better than. I want our company to be a company that is family. And you know, we already have a family, all our TLS Divas. We love you guys. Thank you so much for the support. Absolutely. We want to build on that. We want to make it even stronger, even closer together. I want these girls to be, I want a sex worker in London to build this relationship with the sex worker in the US, and for them to be able to trade positivity tips and money manifestation tips. So we will be having monthly quarterly trainings, monthly and quarterly trainings for our women, the women that work on our site. And a lot of our trainings will be open to all sex workers alike, because we know that even if you don't want to work on our site, honestly, the Full Sex 101 training might be good for you. Money manifestation, happiness, how to be a happy sex worker is still something to benefit you. So this is really to reach out. Everyone that supports this movement, everyone that supports us, that supports women, that supports a woman being able to do what she wants to do. A woman being accepted. Women all over the world, women and men all over the world being accepted and loved and empowered. And so we are asking for you to just donate whatever is on your heart to donate. The link will be below this video. It's also at totallipservice.org. Go to the donate tab and you can donate that way as well. Anything just from the heart. We just want to receive love, and we want our women to see love, to see that these people are supporting them, and to finally be accepted in mainstream society.
Absolutely. We have already on our own over this past year put aside a nice hunk of money to go towards this already.
$25,000.
We were $25,000 in.
Yes.
Which is great.
Yes.
Okay.
And this site and advertising, we are needing $40,000 to start.
Yes.
And that $40,000, because a lot of people are like, well, where's my money going to go? It's going to go towards training. It's going to go towards, of course, the actual site. It's going to go towards marketing. And all of that fun stuff, employment, you know, those type of things, operations. Yes. And so that's where that money will go. And so we are asking you guys to show your support and to show us love.
If you're an entrepreneur, if you're a woman, if you're a man, if you actually enjoy sex of any kind, if you
talk on the phone,
if you talk on the phone, I
TV.
mean, if you like happy people, if you
Want to see
honestly,
everyone in this world be happy.
if you are, and let's go ahead and get down to the person to where my heart really is. If you are ready to see sex work come mainstream, if you are ready to see that
Everyone have their equal rights.
if you've ever circulated money on a girl, if you want to be able to come out and say it loud with no stress, whatever, or if you just want to be silent, slip something in, that's fine. The beautiful thing about it is it's completely anonymous. Nobody will ever know, what you've done. So, but that being said, we don't want to waste any more time. I know you're itching to donate.
Yes. And so please join our mission to make sex work safe again.